Hey guys, what's up? Vero here. So, we got a different background. Hopefully I'm getting a new camera in the next month or two, but until then I think the webcam works. You know, it's not ideal, but it works, so, you know, whatever. But as you can tell by the title and the background, and I'm even rocking my Sylvanas shirt, I'm thinking about going Horde again. My poor characters swap back and forth so many times I don't even know if they're Alliance or if they're Horde, because they just keep a flippin' floppin'. But I kind of wanted to explain why and kind of my thought process and kind of just, I don't know, just my thought process, I guess. I mentioned it in my previous Disc Priest video, but during Mist of Pandaria, I wouldn't consider that my favorite expansion. However, it was one of my favorite experiences, besides Wrath of the Lich King, which I've mentioned before is my favorite expansion. The reason being is during Mist of Pandaria, I was literally doing everything. I was PvEing, I was PvPing, I was leveling new characters with friends, like I was doing everything. I was dabbling in both aspects of the game because I consider PvP and PvE to kind of be like the main aspects. Obviously there's other stuff that you can be doing, like work in the auction house, which I was doing really well at that too. I was making gold, I was doing arenas, I was doing RBGs, I was raiding at like the top tier, I was doing all of the things. I don't know where that accent came from, but I was pretty much doing everything. And I think a part of that was because I played both factions. I had the ability to access people that were Horde side and that were Alliance side, and it kind of opened up the possibilities because, I don't know, it just did. So during Mist of Pandaria, I did have a Horde priest and an Alliance priest. Vero, do you like priest much? Yes, I love priest. I'm always a druid at heart, but I absolutely loved priest. I completely fell in love with the Disc Priest class so much that I leveled 2 of them. One is still sitting at 90, but she might be hitting max level, or I might just be leveling another character, which I'll get into. But my whole thing during Mist of Pandaria was I had Horde side. At one point I had a priest that I pretty much just did PvE on. She was my Disc Priest. I did heroics and mythics and whatever. Actually, I think heroics were still then. I don't think mythics were out yet. But I pretty much raided on her a couple days a week, and that was fun. I sometimes did PvP with friends, but I didn't really PvP gear her. Alliance side, I had another priest, and their names, the Horde one was Suke, S-O-O-K-E-H, and the Alliance one was Suki, S-O-O-K-I-E. Little backstory, if you've ever watched True Blood, or you haven't watched True Blood, skip forward a little bit because there's about to be a spoiler, but the main character, Suki, is, she basically shoots light from her hands. We'll just kind of throw that out there, so not super spoilerly. And a friend mentioned once that naming a priest Suki would be funny, so it kind of stuck. So my Alliance priest was on Darkspear, my Horde one was on Ysera. Alliance side, I did arenas, I did RBGs, I did everything. Sometimes I PvE'd on her just for the lulz and for fun if like friends needed help or something, and that was pretty much my setup. I also had a Druid Alliance side that I sometimes PvP'd on, but it was pretty much either I was on one priest or the other every week, and it worked perfectly, and I absolutely loved it. I had friends that I could do arenas with, and I could upload those videos. I had friends that I could raid with, and I could upload those videos. If you look back at some of my raid progression during Mist of Pandaria, you will notice that I was Horde for a little bit. Then things kind of took a turn for the worst. I was in a guild that, I don't know, I don't like bad-mouthing guilds, but it turned out not to be the guild for me. I ended up faction changing and server changing over to Storm Rage, so I ended up having 2 Alliance priests. Whoops. And which was fine. And I ended up raiding at the top level once I went Alliance again, and it opened a lot of experiences for me. I got to become the recruitment officer for Premeditated, which is hands down one of my favorite guilds that I've ever been in. I miss those people. I loved raiding with them. It was so much fun. I would stream it sometimes when I had access to faster internet, so you can go watch those videos. I managed the website, I recruited people, it was a lot of fun. I still PvP'd on the other priest, so I still kept them both separate, because that's just, I mean, one was geared and one was not geared for PvP, and one was geared for PvE and one was not. And then in Warlords, I kind of just focused on the one priest, the main one, which I was PvEing on and PvPing on, and the other one kind of just took a back burner. But now we are in Legion. Warlords ended up being a horrible expansion in my experience. I've mentioned a bazillion times before why, and I've been kind of thinking, like, how can I make Legion a better experience? you know, I did have Horde characters that I played during Warlords, and I did have Alliance characters, but I wasn't invested into the expansion because I just thought it was a bad expansion. I didn't like my class, I didn't like any of my classes. I found it boring. My best friend plays mostly Horde, so I was thinking about leveling a character Horde side. The name that I want is unlocked on Hyjal Horde side, so I'd be able to level a character if I wanted to. The reason I'm thinking about leveling instead of moving a character is a faction change and a server transfer is $55. $5 more, I can boost a character. And the Warcraft movie comes out this week, so I was thinking, and with that you get a refer a friend, basically get a copy of WoW. So I was like, well, I could do refer a friend up until 60, and then either just keep leveling, or I could just pay to boost her to 100 and then finish leveling her. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing, is leveling a character Horde side, so then I would have my Horde priest and then my Alliance priest. Now with my Alliance priest, I'm thinking about moving to Sargeras or Sargeras. I don't know the proper pronunciation. I think it's the first one. I'm not really sure. The reason being, I have friends there that I used to raid with back in Wrath of the Lich King and mostly in Cataclysm. And they really want me to go over there. And Stormrage still has a queue sometimes, and it's extremely frustrating. Some days I actually want to play, and it's like a 4,000 or 5,000 queue, and I ain't got no time for that. Like, by the time I actually get into the game, I really don't want to play anymore. I'll just go play Overwatch or play something else. So I've been thinking about slowly moving maybe Alliance character over there. So then that way I could have an Alliance character and maybe raid with some friends, because the raids actually look pretty fun this year, or this expansion, whatever you want to call it, and I'm kind of excited to maybe do them. My friend also is like, I know you're good at raid videos, so we would love to nudge, wink, wink, have you make some raid videos for us. So I'm thinking about doing it. They only raid 2 days a week, I think Tuesday and Wednesday. It's a little bit late for my time. I think it's like 9 to 12. But that's fine, because I mean, my job is literally, I pretty much work whenever, so, and I'm usually off on Wednesdays, so it wouldn't be a big deal. I'm usually off on Thursdays, so it wouldn't be a big deal. Tuesdays I can stream it, Wednesday nights I can stream it, and that would kind of open up more streaming days. Of course, I would have to, you know, make sure that my wrist is still doing well. I've mentioned before that I've had issues with my right wrist. I think it's just because of the way my desk is and my chair, and it doesn't line up very well, and I think it just kind of agitates my wrist a little bit, but as long as I wear a wrist brace, I usually don't have too many issues, so yeah. But that is what I'm thinking about doing. I am thinking about going Horde, but technically still being Alliance at the same time. I've always been someone that hasn't really been like, oh, boo Alliance, boo Horde. Like, I've always pretty much played both. I started out as Alliance, but I kind of grew to love the Horde as well, and, you know, I have friends that play Horde side. There's a lot of people from Twitter that are on Hyjal, which is kind of funny, and I'm really open to kind of just experiencing both sides, and I think it'd be kind of fun to level a priest Horde side and kind of see how different the leveling experience is, and just, I don't know, I mean, I don't really like the idea of leveling a second priest, or technically a third priest, because I still have my 90 priest Suki on Darkspear, but I think it would be, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of the best course of action. Worst case scenario, I pay money and I boost a character and I don't play anymore, or my friends quit, or I move over to Sargeras, whatever, and my friends, for whatever reason, stop raiding, and, you know, whatever, like, I think it's worth the risk. So pretty much any donations that I get through stream over the next couple months will probably go to funding my transfer and everything. I'm really, really, really hoping Blizz would do a sale soon. They're also supposed to be doing a name unlock during Legion at some point. They usually do it at the beginning of expansion, but they haven't done it yet, so I'm really hoping they'll do that too, because the name I really want over on Sargeras is currently not open, but like I was able to get it Horde side that I really wanted, so yeah. But that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about going Horde. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on playing both factions. I think it's kind of fun. I think it opens up more possibilities to play with more people, especially if you have two characters that are kind of geared similarly, so, you know, but it also, I don't know, it kind of means that you have to focus on two characters instead of one, which can be a little stressful, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Plus, if I boost, it'll level my professions for me. And I actually like doing refer a friend leveling. I think it's a lot of fun, especially if you can get a friend to run you through dungeons. I've made videos on it in the past, and with the help of add-ons, it definitely makes it a lot easier. I don't know what I would level with the priest, though. Let me know what you think I should level. I was thinking maybe a warrior Horde side, because I do plan to eventually move all of my characters from Ysera that are Horde over to Hyjal, which I have a shaman, I think that's like 85. I have a paladin that's like 86 or 87. I have my monk that's 100. I have a hunter that's like 92 or 93 or something. So I eventually plan to move all those characters because I absolutely hate Ysera and I want to get off of it. I still love Stormrage, so I'm fine with keeping some Alliance characters there, but I don't know, we'll see. But I really just want to experience this expansion as much as possible, and I think playing both factions would kind of be the best option for me. But let me know, are you someone that has always been Alliance or someone that's always been Horde? Are you like me and you've kind of gone back and forth? My poor Druid has been, she started as Alliance, I went Horde, went back to Alliance, went Horde, went back to Alliance. So she's flip-flopped quite a bit, so I pretty much permanently said she's staying Alliance. If I need a Horde Druid, I'll level 1, because I'm tired of moving that poor character. But I don't know, I really enjoy playing both, so I don't know, let me know. Are you someone that never flops, or are you like me and you kind of flip-flop every couple of years? Especially when you play this game for so long, you kind of meet new people, and it just happens. I don't mind spending the money. You know, I'm just really hoping for a sale. Please give us a sale. Because I know a lot of people that really want to transfer tunes, but it adds up quickly. But be sure to check out my previous video over there. I'm really bad at pointing. I'm sorry. And thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for all the support that I've had so far with all of my Legion videos. It means the world to me. You guys are awesome. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because I put out new videos every week. I usually do about 2 to 3 a week. Give or take how babbly I am. But I'll catch you guys later. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.